Hello everyone, this is an ultimate guide for IELTS writing. This video is for you if you want at least band 7 or band 8 in IELTS writing. And I am going to talk in the most simple way, means that I am not going to talk about any complex vocabulary, any complex sentences or any complex grammar rules. I'll be just talking about very simple and easy things that every one of you can do as to get a good score in IELTS writing. So now let's see first of all what is the difference between a band 5 essay and a band 8 essay. Like what the candidate who deserves band 5 writes and what the candidate who deserves 8 band writes. So according to that we would get to know a lot of things that we have to keep in mind while during the exam. So actually let's first of all see that what is the difference between a band 8 essay and band 5 essay. A student who gets band 5 in the essay always starts without any deep thinking. You have to do deep thinking about the essay, that what you have to write, what you do not have to write. You need to plan these things before as to get a very good score. And here a band 8 student always thinks deeply. He keeps all the things in the mind, that what he has to write and what he doesn't have to write. So secondly, a band 5 student always makes very irrelevant or complex ideas into the mind. For example, what happens is his ideas are not very much clear. The examiner is not able to infer that what the student wants to say. Always a writing task deserves a good band score when you are able to tell what you want to. Okay, so if the examiner gets your point, learns that what you wanted to tell him, at that time you would get a very good band score, very nice band score. So a band 8 student always uses simple ideas that directly answer the question. Your writing task should directly answer the question. You should not make the things very much complex, or you should not include a lot of details. You should directly go on answering the question, as what would happen after it is you would directly answer, the examiner would get what he wants, you would get the band. Okay, you don't have to take things here and there. Yes, we do those in other kind of exams as to make length, but in IELTS writing task 2 you don't have to make a lot of length, you have to answer the question directly. After that you need to plan. Please, planning is very important. Some students just start to write whenever they get the questions. What you have to do is you need to completely plan the essay. You need to think for 5 to 10 minutes before starting your essay, so that you can write what you want to include in introduction, what you want to write in body paragraph 1, what you have to write in body paragraph 2, and how you will frame the conclusion. You have to keep all these things beforehand, as when you will just go on writing all this, you can just check from the points you have written and you would include them over here. But when you will just keep on writing without thinking, your all points will be irrelevant. You would not able to make a link between all those things. You need to provide linkage to the examiner for your ideas, for your thoughts that you want to tell from the essay. After that, let's talk about intro, that how you have to prepare a very good to the point introduction as to get a good band score. So what a band 5 student does is including background information. I have seen a lot of students who start their essay with some ready-made sentence that they have learned. I saw a student who prepared a diary about every kind of different essay. If the essay is on technology, she would use that line. If the essay is on fast food, she would use some other line. So you don't have to do that. IELTS exam is the exam of communication, not the exam of memorization. Memorization is that you have learned some kind of words or sentences and you are writing over there. That is not the thing. This is a language exam. You have to attempt whatever is given to you over there. So you should not include that kind of background information. Other than that, you should paraphrase the question. Please paraphrase the question, because what this will do is that the examiner would get to know that you can write the same words in other type also. means that you can use synonyms. You can use synonyms, but relevant synonyms, not the synonym for every kind of word that is given to you through the introduction. You should use synonyms for relevant words. For example, in the essay there is word important. You can write significant for that, crucial for that. Okay, these kind of things you should do so that examiner can get to know that you are having a good level in English. You can express the same ideas but different words. Okay, after that, in introduction you need to give the clarity of ideas. For example, the essay is on agree disagree. You need to write over there whether you agree or disagree with the statement, because with this the examiner would get to know in what way, in what direction you would write the upcoming paragraphs. If it is an agree, the examiner will get into the mind that yes, the upcoming 2 paragraphs will be on agree. So you should answer that into the introduction. So there should be clear ideas. You should be clear with your ideas what you are going to write, whether agree, whether disagree, whether partially agree. And partially agree can only be written in the extent type of essay. After that, in introduction, some students do lots of attempts of high vocabulary. Means that they want to write a very amazing word from their side, but the word is not suitable at the end. What you need to do is use simple vocab and simple grammar which is accurate and appropriate. For example, I want to write a synonym for a particular word, but I am having confusion that it can be or it can be not. So I should leave that and write the simple word in its place, because if I would write simple and accurate word, I would not lose band. If I would write a very good word but it is not of the same meaning, at that time I would lose the band. Okay, so you need to keep your essay very accurate and very appropriate. Don't use very fancy words, because all those are just rubbish. I have seen a lot of people on YouTube just saying that you should use those kind of words that uplift your score, but that is not the thing. Examiner wants to check your ideas, that how you explain something, how you give reason, and after that how you prove your point. The point approval is the main thing over here. After that, I already told you that IELTS is an exam of communication, not memorization. Okay, this is not a theory based exam, this is a language based practical exam. Okay, so after that, let's see about body paragraphs, that what you have to include into the body paragraphs. A band 5 student has multiple ideas into the mind, means that they have a lot of ideas, like they explain 5 to 6 ideas in only one body paragraph. What you have to do is only explain 1 to 2 ideas. Okay, only write an idea. But what I do is, I always recommend to the students who come to me that you should write one idea. Okay, write one idea, after that explain it. Okay, because if I want to tell you something, if I want to prove a point to you, I will explain it. So always a point needs explanation. If I will just say that Apple iPhone is best, Apple iPhone is best, this is just a statement. How will the person get to know that it is the best? Now I will give the reason that it has good camera specifications, it is very fast, it has a lot of storage space. So this way the person would get a reason that why Apple iPhone is best. So this is the same thing you need to do in your IELTS writing exam. You need to prove your point to the examiner. After that, there is clear explanations. Okay, 1 or 2 ideas, only 1 or 2 ideas. Firstly, write the idea. Write firstly over there, first of all, like this. Firstly, just wait a minute here. Firstly, okay, after that write your idea, then explain it with example. Okay, then secondly, write your idea. Like this, what happens is that your essay becomes more structured, more organized. An organized essay gets a very good band score. After that, lack of idea development, the same thing that I told you, that a band 5 student does not develop the idea. How to develop? Write examples, include examples, explain your point, let it go further so that the person can know particularly well about that. The band-aid student, what he does is clearly explains and develops the main idea, clearly explains and develops that particular idea. This is what you have to do. You have to write the idea, explain it, and develop it. This way you can prove your point and you could get a better band score. Lack of coherence. I have seen a lot of students use the words that are not related to the essay. For example, I just saw yesterday a student, the essay was having the word children in it. Children had to be included into the essay. So what the student wrote for children is, you should not do this mistake also, I will write for you. Juveniles. Juveniles. This is what the student wrote into the essay. What is juveniles? Juveniles is a law term. Children in the law are called juveniles. Okay. Into the law, they call children as juvenile. So the essay was just on like, should children play sports or not? So can we write juvenile over here? This is the lack of coherence. You just need to use the words that are completely relevant. If children is there, you can use kids, not anything else than that. Children are children. You cannot use young adults. You cannot use teenagers for that. Only children or kids are suitable. So mind this. Okay, cohesion is very important. Coherence and cohesion. After that, a band 8 student always includes examples. As I told you earlier, why examples are important? As to prove the point. You have to give the evidence. So for approval, examples are very important. After that, some students use vocab and grammar in a very complex way. The reader is not able to understand that what you have written. So you should not do this thing. Please at least do not do this thing. Your essay should be in a way that should make easy for reader. Vocab plus grammar should be in an easy way, simple way, which makes easy for the reader, helps the reader to understand your point. A good essay is in a way that any English speaker who knows somewhat English can get to know about what you want to explain. Whereas a band 5 essay is a type of essay in which the person is not able to understand that what you want to say. The simple things are the best things always. Keep your essay very simple. Now let's talk about the conclusion. So in the conclusion, you should keep 3 or 4 things in mind only. What a band 5 student does is, some students include newer ideas into conclusion again. You should not do that. Just you have to make the summary of the main ideas that you wrote into the paragraph. Moreover, how to start the conclusion? Just start with in the end. Okay, you could write to conclude. Okay, this is the kind of sentences that you have to use. After that, some students write memorized idioms and proverbs. Please don't do this. Please do not write proverbs, because that just degrades the quality of your essay. These things look very much fancy and they look highly memorized. Please don't do this. Write in a simple way. Write the summary of the main ideas. For example, if you agreed with a situation, you should also mention it into the conclusion. Your intro and conclusion, both should be same. In the same way they should go. There should be same rhythm of them. After that, proofreading is not done by a band 5 student. Proofreading is always done by a band 8 student. This is very important. What proofreading means is that you need to read your essay again. Reread your essay, that what you wrote, as to find out any mistake and rectify it. Please. This can uplift your score by half band. Always. Please have a habit of proofreading so that you can get to know that what things you have to include and what things you do not have to include, what mistakes you did. Like there is always a mistake of S, ES, comma or any grammatical mistake. You can rectify all those. Okay. So this was the video for writing. I think that you should have learned something highly valuable through this video. So the end of the video is only that you should make the things simple for the examiner. You should simply write what you want to say through your essay. So at the end, I would like to tell you about our online classes. We also run online classes at Toppers World. So you can just contact us by calling or making a WhatsApp message at 7973758644. We give classes of individual modules, all modules, 2 modules also. Okay, so the price for individual single module is 2500, price for 2 modules is 4500, and price for all classes, all 4 modules is 6500. And one more thing, this is one-to-one class, single one-to-one class. This would be taken by my tutors that I have appointed at my institute, and I will also be taking your class while you are with us. Okay, this is not a group class, this is an individual class but at a very attractive price range. Okay, so that was all for the video. I think that it would be good for you. So just prepare in a good way for IELTS. Try to make the things simple, not complex.